Better strap yourself in. It's time for the Howie Carr Show.
I think it will be bloody, dirty, messy. I think this is a man fighting for his political life, and I think a lot is on the line for Donald Trump. I think his future, I think his, he's really risked a lot, and his company has taken hits for him to run, and I think he understands that, and I think he is not going to go down without a fight.
We've never seen a Democratic nominee be disliked or untrusted the way Hillary Clinton is.
Live from an undisclosed location.
I'm going to institute a 5-year ban on all executive branch officials lobbying the government after they leave government service. They become rich. They become rich.
Unchained and unstoppable.
There's another major announcement I'm making today as part of our pledge to drain the swamp. If I'm elected president, I will push for a constitutional amendment to impose term limits on all members of Congress.
And he says, if I'm elected president, I will push for a constitutional amendment to impose term limits on all members of Congress. Correct me, there already are term limits, so what does he mean?
Wrong, sir. Wrong. You get nothing. You lose.
Who do you love? Howie Carr.
There is no serious person out there who would suggest somehow that you could even rig America's elections.
I would just like to know what you can say to reassure us that this election will not be rigged or stolen.
Well, I tell you what, it helps in Ohio that we got Democrats in charge of the machines.
Rump swabs, hacks, and moonbats beware. It's Howie Carr.
The Howie Carr Show. Here's a question for you. What if Donald Trump's emails had been leaked and we found out that his campaign staff had grouped all of the potential vice presidential candidates into rough food groups, as Podesta did with Hillary's candidates. And they were all grouped not by their qualifications, but by their ethnic and gender qualifications, which is what they did. And what if Corey Lewandowski or Kellyanne Conway couldn't spell the names right of any of these people? What if Xavier Becerra becomes Javier? Claire McCaskill becomes, it's with a K, Podesta spells her name with a K rather than a C. Martin Heinrich of New Mexico becomes Heinrich. Cory Booker's name is misspelled. Admiral William McRaven becomes McRaven, not McRaven. Nothing to see here, folks. They'd be laughing. They'd be laughing at him. On top of it, first they'd be calling him a racist and a sexist for whoever it was. They'd be calling Trump that, and then they'd say, and he doesn't even know how to spell. How stupid is this guy? He's not qualified to be president. But hey, nothing to see here, folks. Move along. Tonight is the debate. 1-844-500-4242 if you would like to if you'd like to get on board with us and talk about the debate. Now we have something. I'm going to just throw this out there. We had at the bottom of the hour, we're going to have former Senator Scott Brown with us. He was the senator from Massachusetts. He succeeded Ted Kennedy after Ted Kennedy's death in 2009, and now he is a Fox News contributor, and he's also a surrogate for Donald Trump. But we have here in the latest of the WikiLeaks. There's so many things that come out. We got so much to talk about with the WikiLeaks. Today they have come up with a new list. This isn't a list of vice presidential candidates. This is a list that of slogans that they came up with. I know this is easy, isn't it? I can already see the texters going wild here. This is a list of proposed slogans for the Hillary Clinton campaign. And they're just, it's hard to imagine that these are real, but they are real.
Someone was probably paid a lot of money to come up with this list and to focus group these and to test these and to poll these.
Now, probably the most preposterous one of all, as I've looked over this list, is she's got your back. She's got your back. Just ask Ambassador Stevens and everybody else who was in Benghazi. She's got your back. How about this one? No quit. No quit. I'm reminded of the immortal words of Roberto Duran. No mas. No mas. Here's one. There's so many of them. Knowing Bill Clinton's record of sexual harassment and predation. How about this one? Rise up. Rise up. What did Bill Clinton say to Paula Jones when he got her into the penthouse at the hotel room in Little Rock? He said, "Kiss it." When he said rise up, I thought that's what the one I thought, kiss it. One that I would like to suggest. I would have given this to them for no more than $100,000. Better get some ass on it, America. How about that one? Better get some ass on it.
I think the richest one from my perspective is new solutions, real results. Like really new solutions.
You know a word they really like a lot, and I don't quite get it. I thought this was a good. It was good for Harry Truman. Harry Truman said a fair deal. Isn't that what he said? A fair deal. Now they got a million of these that are a fair shot and a fair deal. Well, number one, that's you don't go back and take somebody else's slogan. Hillary for fairness. Hillary, fair to Midland. How about Hillary, fair condition?
I think this one's pretty accurate about Bill and Hillary getting ahead together.
Oh, that's a good. Oh, I like that one, especially after the story in the National Enquirer today. Getting ahead together. A stronger tomorrow. Making America work for you. How about I would change that one to making America work for you, amigo.
Ha, ha, ha,
ha. Then they got another one. Making America work, period, together. Why does it have to be a period after work? Why can't it just be making America work together? Moving ahead, period, together.
And then they've got these two. It's about you, period. It's about time. And then it's about time, ... and it's about you.
Yeah, wasn't there some stupid 60s sitcom? It's about time and it's about space. It lasted about 13 episodes. That's about how long these slogans lasted too. It's about you and it's about time. It was about a time machine, I think it was. It's your turn. I like that. It's your turn. It's your turn. Welcome to the death panels. It's your time. That's even more appropriate for the death panels. How about this one? Next begins with you. Next what? What does that what is next begins with you? That doesn't even by the standards of a slogan, that doesn't mean anything.
A promise you can count on. Just like if you like your plan, you can keep your plan.
A promise you can count on. I did not have sex with that woman. It all depends on what the meaning of the word promise is. All right, let's take some calls on this. Someone wants next handout. How about get out of my way? 603. These are great. Ending bembo eruptions everywhere. Making America work for me. We're coming for you, honky. Get back to work, Americano. Alan, you're next with Howie Carr. Go ahead, Alan.
Hi, Howie.
Hi.
Honored to talk to you before the debate.
Thank you.
Honor. And all your audience, too. I think you got the best audience around. I just want to talk about, I hope Trump brings up something that he hasn't brought up yet, and that's when Bill Clinton was in office, a country called North Korea. I hope he brings up what he did with North Korea. he lifted sanctions on North Korea. And within 6-8 months later, North Korea had a nuclear weapon.
Alan, we were just talking about Mosul, and you saw I was getting texts from people saying their eyes were glazing over, talking about Mosul, where the fighting is going on now. We're not North Korea. I agree. You know, they have they could be launching these nuclear attacks at any moment. Ash Carter, the Secretary of Defense, who works for Obama, has said there will be an overwhelming response if they move against South Korea. Japan, the tripwire troops we have in the DMZ. I understand that, and you understand that, but you know he's not going to bring that up tonight. North Korea is not going to be on the agenda. Believe me, people don't care about it. What?
I hope he drives home that he's the man that's going to bring home change.
Yeah.
You know, we've all stepped backwards. We've already had Clinton. You know. I think if he drives home the word change and keeps saying the word change, I think it will really get into people's minds that we do need a change.
I'd like to see him say something like, like one of the Reagan, questions. Are you better off now than you were 8 years ago? Because I think most people, if they think about it and they answer honestly, even if they're by themselves in front of the TV set, they'd have to say no. And I think this woman is just promising more of the same, more drift. More illegal aliens, more unvetted Syrian refugees, more terrorist attacks, more riots in the cities. It's just a disaster. I can't believe she's I know she's not near 50%, even after this barrage against Donald Trump, but I still can't believe it's even as close as it is. Thanks for the call, Alan. Yeah, Ken, you're next with Howie Carr on the General Communications listener line. Go ahead, Ken.
All right. Just to make it short, I saw an article on Daily Caller today about Soros controls a UK company, Smartmatic, that supplies 16 states worth of voting machines.
Yes.
And I'm wondering if you've seen it.
No, I haven't seen that story. No.
Well, it controls a lot of the swing states. California, Pennsylvania's in there. I can't read it. I'm driving in traffic at the moment, but I just wanted to bring it to your attention.
We'll get it. We'll get a copy of it, and we'll have it after the break, Ken. I'll go over that list. Thank you. I appreciate it. 1-844-500-4242. I'm Howie Carr.
That's right, Howie Carr.